Here we have a transaction data and we'll do some process on it, and then we want to store this data in specific format in text file. Let me give you an example in which format I want to store this data. Let's say this is the text file and in this format I want to store this data. So what we'll do in this video, we'll write a code in MATLAB through which we can generate this type of text file in specific format, this format that we want. So we'll start writing the code. One of the things that we want is total of all the transaction. So here we'll write, this is the variable total, and in this total variable we are going to have this summation of all these transactions. Now we'll write the program to generate the text file. So for that we'll create a command to open a file and then we can write in it. So this is FID, it is basically a variable which has been assigned to our text file so that MATLAB can identify we are talking about which file. The main thing is this fopen. This command will open a new fresh text file. What will be the name of the text file? You should write the name of the text file over here. Whatever name you want to give, you should write it over here. So the name we have given is transaction_report.txt because it is a text file. Then here you should specify what is the operation you want to do. Here we have written W, means we want to write. Instead of W, if you write R, that means you want to read. So you can read text file and you can write text file through this command. Now we have opened the text file and then we are going to start writing something in that text file. So let me show you the sample text file. This is our sample text file. So first thing that we want to write in this text file is transaction report. And in order to write something in text file, the command is this. Using this fprintf command, you can write something into your text file. So first we are specifying over here FID. That means we are talking about which text file. Once we have identified that thing, then comma, and in inverted comma write transaction report. It is a simple plain text which you want to write into that text file. Then finally this section /n. This /n indicates the end of the line and cursor will jump to the new line. So over here /n and then inverted comma over, bracket over. So first let's run this much of program. Over here you can see in our current folder there is no text file, right? So we'll run this thing. Once we have run, a text file will appear over here and the name of the text file is transaction report. Let's jump to this current folder, copy the path. So here we are. And here you can see transaction_report. And if you open this file, you can see over here transaction report. So we have written up to here. Now our reference text file is like this. So first line we have completed, and in next line we want this type of dashed, and after this dash we want total transaction jam 5. So now let's do this thing. Now this line is the same as we have written previous line, right? All these are just a simple plain text. Over here we have used dash, then /n to end the line and jump cursor to the next line, then again /n, so the cursor will jump again so that we can have a blank space of a single line. Then over here again we are writing fprintf, and in this case now we are writing total transaction jam. This %sign is really important because it indicates something specific. This %sign indicates the start of the format specifier, and the D indicates insert integer value. So together %D means format specifier which used to insert integer values into the formatted output. And which integer value it will insert over here in place of D? This one, length of transaction. What is the length of transaction? It will count the length of this variable and it's 5. So it will place 5 in place of D. Then /n and /n. So now let's run this program up to here. And now let's open that text file again, and you can see here total transaction is 5. Now we are going to write each of the transaction in vertical format. like this transaction detail and all this transaction separately, and then we are going to write the sum. So let's close it and implement this section. So here in this line we are just adding transaction details. It is just a simple plain text as a title, transaction details. Let me show you our desired text file side by side so that you can have a better idea of it. So this is our desired text file. So this line is added because of this line number 11. Now here we use this for loop to print all the transaction in specific format. Here this loop starts with I is equal to 1 and goes up to length of transaction, which is 5. Now in next line, line number 14, we are again printing fprintf. What we are printing? First we are talking about this file and then we are printing transaction. So this is the transaction. After this transaction we are writing %d. What this %d means? %d means this I, and I indicates what? I indicates this number which starts from 1 and goes up to 5. I1 means first transaction, I is equal to 2 means second transaction. So whatever value of this I we have, it will be placed over here as D. Then this gem, then after this $sign, it is just an symbolic representation. But after this $sign, there is a %sign, dot, 2 and F. Together this thing means something. %sign indicates the start of the specific format, whereas this dot specify the precision. So after this dot we have written 2 that specify that we want precision of 2 digits. So we want 2 digits after point, and then F specify the format as a floating point. In above case, D represented as integer number, so here F represented format as floating point. So together this creates this entire line. Once this entire line is printed, this for loop will run for I is equal to 2. For I is equal to 2, this entire line will be printed. For I is equal to 3, this entire line will be printed, and it will goes up to line 5. So after line 5, this for loop will end, and then again we are writing fprintf /n will jump the cursor to new line total. So it will print this total. Then again $%.2f represents a specific format as floating point number with precision of 2 digits after the point. And which value it will replace? It will replace the value of this total. And what is the value of this total? We are specifying over here. It is the sum of all these transactions. So now we'll close it. We have entire program. Let's run this entire program. And now we are over here. We'll just open this transaction report. So this is the file that we have created using this MATLAB code. If you want to see the same file, you can see over here. Just minimize this file and just double click this file. The same file you can see into the MATLAB script. So here using this fantastic command fopen, we have write the file. In next video I'll show you how to read a complex data through the text file using this fopen. So in order to learn that thing, just quickly jump to this video. For more interesting videos on MATLAB tutorials, you can refer this playlist. So see you in that video.